tuned in to a very distracted person on their phone and Frank. That distracted person is Jalil Martin. And this is the Streets of Success podcast. So let's jump into it. We got me, my dog. You look like you're a little tired right now.
You started?
Yeah, I started.
Oh, I ain't know we started yet.
Did you hit the weed?
A little bit, not a lot. Just a little, man.
A little Reggie?
A little bit of Reg.
So it's just me and you today, so we're going to talk our shit. We're going to go over some topics. We're going to really give people a little bit of our personality and, you know, what we've been up to lately. So if you don't know, Jalil just got awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award. My dog, very notable, and people have their eyes on him and everything that he's doing. I see it firsthand, so I actually get caught up in just being a friend with you and just seeing it as that's who you are, but you're starting to get acknowledgement for it and everything you're doing, the positivity that you're putting out there, the changes that you made. And I just want to say again, and I already said it, that I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you, bro. We're all right.
So what was that like?
Not all about me, bro. Not too much. Because you've been on the road too, bro. Speaking engagements at live. Ain't that about a bitch?
I'm sorry. Ain't you releasing this on your birthday, ain't you?
Yeah.
Gotta get your gift on it.
Oh, man, he put this on camera. He just stopped me in my tracks. Shout out to Mike, man.
Facts.
Shout out to Mike.
I think he gonna love that thing, Mike.
He knows what it is.
The first one with a birthday gift.
He gonna love that, Mike.
Yo, what type?
It's a good gift. I promise.
It's a good gift, bro.
What is it? Is these? Hold up. Ray-Bans. Some Ray-Bans. Let me see what these are looking like. That's my guy right there. Shout out to Mike again, man. I owe him a handy.
What?
Handy dandy, like, you know, a favor. Like a handyman favor.
No, I
what
don't
the
know.
fuck? This shit started lighting up. This shit started lighting up. Yo, what the fuck? What's this, like a charging pad? Hold up.
That's some things.
These are the aviators?
That's them things.
These are the cameras.
Menace.
Hit record.
Yo, what the fuck? Oh, they're gonna get...
You're gonna get all the.
They're gonna see me grinding you up so fucking much, bro. They're gonna sick and tired of seeing you. Damn. Mike, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I need to...
Right.
I want to set these up right now. I wish I could set these up right now and get in my POV. You got a little cleaner right here.
That's
Damn.
good Jones.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Damn. I can't wait to break these out. So are they sunglasses or did I kind of wear them?
There is another one. I got the receipts though. We could get the one where they transition. They're clear.
Okay.
Like if you're in here, they're clear.
So these are just sunglasses.
They're just straight sunglasses. Okay. But we could get the other ones if you want. That's why I was telling you. I got you a gift, but I don't know if you want one or the other. But
yeah.
The other ones turn into sunglasses as soon as you hit the sun.
I think I'll get them ones because then I could wear them universally.
But I don't know if you.
Because if I got these on at nighttime, then people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is this dude doing with sunglasses?"
The other ones are clear, and so you hit the sun.
Yeah.
Them doing stuff though, because now you can record without putting your phone on. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there like a button? Oh, there's a button too, so they don't even know. I'll be interacting.
There's so much shit they do.
Oh yeah, I gotta check these out.
The
Mike,
content you get on there is gonna be crazy.
Do they like? Is it like you can speak into them like yo?
yo,
like,
this shit got like a chart.
Yeah.
Look.
I can only imagine the questions he gonna be asking.
Play Streets of Success podcast, and it will play. And
Look,
you hear it.
Mike.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
Lil. I got a charger port down here, charger right here. Damn.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
Appreciate you. Damn.
Good Jones. You gotta keep them around at all times.
That's why I was waiting.
And I wear sunglasses a lot too, so people won't even notice. But
Yeah.
I need the ones without. I'm just saying that because I can get content without looking suspicious.
Yeah.
Thanks,
At
Mike. I
night,
appreciate
in the
it.
daytime, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Mike. Again.
That's a great gift, cousin.
My guy right there, man. Happy 27th birthday to me, man. Good shit.
27. This motherfucker 47.
And you 57, I'm 47. Yeah, so thanks again, man. That's my guy, Mike Weenie. Shout out to Mike, man.
All right.
Shout out to his roofing company that don't got a name yet.
My man been putting the work in though every day, consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, back to what I was saying, bro. You been on the road too, bro. Live casino. What you laughing at, man? You can't even be serious. This is what I go through all day, every day, man.
I'm waiting for you to crack something.
Live casino. No, it wasn't. I was. You mean?
All right, I'm gonna let you go.
Speaking engagement, sick. I had to miss it. Live casino he had going on. Heard he did great. Met some great people. It means a bunch of things that you've been doing too. That you've been on the road, bro, and like coming from where we came from, it's hard to imagine the things that we doing right now, bro.
Yeah.
Seriously, and especially in the amount of time that we doing it. We lapping people, bro, and not saying that we looking down on anybody for doing what they doing or how slow they might be moving, but bro, it's like a little bit of effort goes a long way.
Yeah.
A little bit, bro.
Yeah, I think it comes down to recreating yourself, which I spoke about the speaking engagement, and I had to do that, and I had to give up things and give up people, and you know firsthand too, like you gotta change your. If you can't change your environment, I get it. You might not financially be able to change your environment, but you have to change the way you think. You have to change the amount of time you associate with certain people.
The way you eat.
You gotta change the way you eat. But
he ain't changed that yet, yeah.
I work when I have some good weeks, some bad weeks. No, but yeah, I appreciate it, and you know it's a progress every day to try to make progress. That's all I do.
Yeah, no doubt.
So going to Atlanta, right? Was that your first time in Atlanta?
Yeah, that was my first time in the A.
What was some of your takeaways from that? Like, if you give me like 3 takeaways that you won't forget. Obviously, getting no board, so we'll leave that off the, out of the 3 things. But 3 things that you can say.
In the A.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we went out a couple times. It was great vibes. It wasn't nothing like the city. Those vibes out the A was different, bro. Just to be able to. Not like you said, not only aside from getting an award, just to be able to vibe with the people I love, that was a good, man.
What do you think about the culture down there?
It was different. Southern hospitality is real, other than the time the guy chases with the pump in the trunk and Frankie had to get out of there. But
yeah, I thought I was still on parole. I forgot I was on parole for a minute. And yeah, I couldn't bring. I took the plane, so I couldn't bring my.
Yeah, but, I don't know what he talking about.
Nah, it was good vibes though.
Yeah, it was good vibes, man. Seriously.
How was the food? Do you think?
The food was busting. I think the best food was at where we go first, bro. Was that first or second? Barista.
Yeah, what was it?
No, Frost Bistro.
Bistro, yeah.
That was good. That food was good.
You think that was the best?
Yeah, I think that might have been the best food. What you think?
Probably my favorite too.
Yeah, I know.
Lamb chops.
Yeah, that joint looked like a graveyard on lamb chops.
So we got the food, we got the vibe, and one more thing. What do you think?
Dang, I can't even say the weather because I was expecting the weather to be better because it's in Atlanta.
I was surprised how cold it was for being down south. It was a little chilly.
Yeah.
Like the first night I came up there, I was like, I'm bringing my hoodie just because of the plane. It might be cold on the plane. But then I was like, I'm not taking this thing off.
No, seriously.
The next day was cool, but what else?
What else was a good vibe down there, right? A good takeaway. I think it was a lot of different good takeaways, bro, from that trip, bro. I don't know. What you think?
I like the food. I like the vibe.
The food, the first John is a crazy John.
I mean, they got good food.
Yeah.
I like how everything to me was like convenient. It's like they got one highway that goes through, and then you can get to everything off of that one highway.
Yeah.
It's kind of like 95 in Philly, but it's straight through Atlanta. 95 is on the east, so it comes up. So you got to go across the city when you're going on 95 to get to somewhere else. Yeah. But that was like straight up Atlanta. So I think the convenience.
I like how it's lit up out there too, bro. It's beautiful, especially at night. Everything, all the lights on the building.
And they have a lot of architectural stuff down there. Like I feel like Philly got some big buildings, some nice buildings, but I think Atlanta might have more. Like, stretch farther throughout. We got like Center City. I feel like their city might be in the city might be bigger.
Yeah, that was definitely a good vibe too, bro. Seriously. I wouldn't mind going back to the A.
I'll go back.
The A don't owe me nothing, man.
I'll go back to Atlanta.
Yeah, the A don't owe me anything.
I feel like there was more we could have did. Obviously, we went down there with intentions, but to go down there and maybe go on a vacation or to chill for some time, I think it'll be a different vibe even than we had because we went there, with the intentions for business.
Yeah.
We went down there to receive what you had to, and we met some great people along the way. The event was nice. The ceremony was good. Like, altogether, I'll give it an A for the A.
An A for the A? Yeah, for sure. I'll give it an A for the A. Facts. All right.
So, like, it's crazy because I was I was flying, and it dawned on me, right?
Yeah.
My way there, I was just anxious trying to get there. On my way back, I seen that I didn't realize how small we are, right? So think about a homie that you know with the biggest house, right? Biggest house, you got all the land, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he's in that plane, when you come up on that plane,
Yeah.
that shit looks so small compared to the rest of the world. It's just like a speck in the rest of the world. And I feel like we lose, like, our lives are so important and our lives are all we look at, that we're just one little speck in this whole fucking world. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, I also noticed, like, and this is my first time in the airport, really. And I didn't really notice it on the way there. I did a little bit, but on the way back, I'm observing a little bit more. That there's so many moving and interchangeable pieces and positions in an airport, from the baggage people to the people cleaning the floor to the pilots to, there's so many different pieces. And a pilot makes, I looked it up, like $200,000 to $300,000 a year, right? Some of the best pilots, $200,000 to $300,000 a year or more. And they're only one position out of how many? It's $1 trillion business.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you think the person who's in charge of your life should be paid more?
I mean, $300,000, that's a good living.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, think about how many pilots there are. How much can they afford to give?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's different airlines, though, as well. It's not just one airline.
Yeah, I looked at like an average. I'm sure better pilots get paid more, or senior pilots get paid more, or pilots that go on different trips as far as like longer, more challenging travels. They probably get paid more. But think about it, right? Mm-hmm. $300,000. He's probably the man. Family set up. He probably set up like, that's a lot of money to make in a year. Yeah. But then he's just one little piece out of how many pilots across the world. Yeah. And then that's not even including like everything else that goes into the airlines. Like, it was crazy when I'm thinking about like even that pilot that, when he goes home, he's the man of the house, but he's just a little speck and piece of the whole operations of the flying. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Seriously. That's definitely crazy. It was crazy for me to be able to drive down there, bro.
Hey, talk about your ride.
Oh my goodness. That was crazy. I mean, it wasn't too bad.
So how'd you get down there?
It was more, we took a Sprinter.
So you got a Sprinter?
Yeah.
How many loaded up in there?
It was like 11 of us, somewhere around there. But yeah, it was like a 12 hours from Philly to Atlanta, but it wound up taking us like 15 probably to get down there and 14 on the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely over a day there and back that it took us to get there.
And you switched driving.
Yeah. But just the
But think about this, right? When is the next time, or can you even remember the last time that you got to spend 14 hours with the people you loved? That long of a stretch.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right about that. It made me realize how much I love them for being able to be there to support me. It made me realize how much they was getting on my nerves, riding back and forth because they was cooking me a little bit too. You feel me? But overall experience, it was like good. It reminded me of old times.
As a kid, right?
Yeah, as a kid, like we would always take like trips down to South Carolina and Virginia and stuff like that to like different family members' house down there, or if we had to attend a funeral and stuff like that. So it brought back like old memories for sure, and it was like more family though. Usually we'll just take like a regular mid-sized car or a van. This was a 15-passenger Sprinter, so it was like more of us in there, and it was a vibe. Everybody cracking jokes, singing, car karaoke, stuff like that. So it was a vibe for sure. I wouldn't mind doing it again.
What got on your nerves?
Fart slap boxing off the windows.
11 people farting, pointing the finger at each other. You had
I
a
mean,
couple.
it might have been my fart smacking off the window. That was it for real. It really wasn't anything that really got on my nerves to the point where I'm like, man, I want to get off and go catch a plane. It was a vibe. It definitely was a vibe. Oh, one thing that might have got on my nerves is when everybody else had to go to the bathroom at different times.
Stopping.
I had to keep stopping, and it's like, damn, I'm 7 hours in. I could keep driving. I've been driving for 7 hours straight. But then it would be like, yo, or even if we're only 2 hours in the ride, my dad probably like, yo, son, I gotta use the bathroom. I'm like, man, I only been driving for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
You ain't get to pick up momentum yet.
yeah, like let me go. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say it really got on my nerves, but it melted my cubes a little bit. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, dude. So getting down there, what did it feel like, coming from prison where you were shackled when you went on a long ride before on a bus? Like, I was shackled, you get handcuffed to somebody, leg shackled, they treat you like, you're not even human, basically.
Yeah.
So going down there now, right, now you're taking this bus ride to receive a very, very notable, honorable award for recognition for, like, your contributes to the community, your service to, basically the world and everything you're giving out for free right now, right? You're just trying to put out positive messages, positive vibes, uplift people, motivate people, the voice of where you come from as far as taking it to a positive level.
Right.
So you knew that you changed, right? Mm-hmm. So coming home, everything that you worked on. You came home, the work that you put in now. How did it feel? And obviously this ain't the all and be all, but like getting recognition and notarized for the services and the things that you do for the community. How did it feel?
Oh, man. I felt mushy in the inside, man. It was like a feeling I can't even really explain. It felt like when I got released from jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it just was like, it was all different types of emotions that was there, that was present, that I was going through. Like, I can't even explain it, bro. It was crazy. Like, then I'm like, dang, I'm tearing up. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I want to make sure I'm smiling in these pics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. It was like all different types of emotions like running through my body. Like I made a post and I was like, words wouldn't be able to explain. Like, that was real. That was true. Like, I couldn't explain. I wouldn't be able to explain the feeling that I was going through, bro. From coming from a slave, literally being a slave. Like, I told you we had conversations when, bro, you might have been in a hole and you ate the whole apple. You know what I'm saying? Seeds and all. And save the stem for later. You know what I'm saying, bro? So to be able to get an award like that after coming from that, it's like, bro, what's next? I don't see nothing stopping us, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's great for you. Mm-hmm. And I'm proud of you, and you deserve every bit of it. But I just want to, and this is all about you, right? Like, but let's help someone else real quick, right?
Yeah.
What do you think helped you be able to achieve that award? Like, what do you think, like, the actions you took or the changes that you made that could help you achieve that award? For anyone listening, it's like they don't think that they'll be able to ever achieve that. Take
a step. First, I would say take a step outside of your body and just look at what you got going on. Look at the direction that you want to take in life. Not worrying about what nobody else thinking about what you want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or speaking on whatever you're doing in life. Like, it don't really matter what nobody else think. And I feel like the more you realize that what other people think and what other people say really don't matter, then I think that's when you're going to start growing. I feel like everybody put themselves into these little boxes where it's like this stigma that you have to live up to, depending on where you from or what type of music you listen to or who your role models are. You know what I'm saying? And by following these steps, it's like you only limited to certain things. You don't think outside of that box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you don't do this way, then like you're not it's not the norm. You know, you're not following that line when I'm like it's okay to be outside that line and going your own way.
So when did you notice that for you?
I feel like, bro, honestly, I always thought that I noticed it. I never was like a real big follower of anything.
But you were influenced.
That's what I was getting to. I didn't realize that I was influenced. I always felt like, yo, I'm not doing what they doing. I mean, even back like when I was in the streets and we hustling, whatever, it might be guys that I grew up with my whole life. Everybody might be 20 deep on these steps. I will always step off sometimes and go sit by myself.
So you knew you were different.
Yeah, I know I was different, but I didn't realize the influence that I had on me still. I still thought like, yo, I'm different. I'm not no follower. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I still was following. You know what I'm saying, bro?
So, and I love this because I got you on the hot seat. Well, you noticed that, you know, the influence that took over and the like you were following someone's, like, what type of people or who or like motivate you, or what type of footsteps or whose footsteps do you follow now? Like, obviously you're a trailblazer and you're one of a kind, right? Mm-hmm. But, you know, as far as like role models or influencers or somebody that's, you know, because you're going in a direction now that you weren't going in.
Yeah.
What helped? What person or, you know, people helped you go in that direction?
Honestly, bro, I feel like I don't want to be like nobody. I feel like I'm following a blueprint that was like that I seen that worked for people. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I'm following a blueprint, but I wouldn't want to say that, yo, I want to be like that person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Well, they showed a blueprint. That's like, bro, real quick. That's like, bro, with real estate. You might have somebody sit you down and be like, yo, this is what you need to do. This is a hard money lender. You need this credit score. You need some skin in the game. So you got to put this amount down to be able to get this. This is what you need to do. Now, this is something that you want to do. This is something that you want to be a part of in real estate. You might not necessarily want to be like the person that's teaching you that's already doing the real estate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You just want to follow that blueprint and do what you need to do for yourself. Yeah. You don't want to be like that person, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like it is with me. Like, I don't think I want to be like nobody. I'm just following the blueprint that I seen us working.
So you take bits and pieces from people that are going in the direction that you want to go.
I think everybody should.
But you had to give up the negative stuff, right? So
absolutely.
You had to drop down stuff so you can pick stuff up and head in that right direction. But I'm just trying to think of, like, I don't want to pin it on a single person that, you know what I mean, that influenced you. But maybe it's like a industry, or can you say multiple industries? In the sense of, like, all right, I know I'm not selling drugs. I'm not robbing, stealing, doing anything illegal, right? Yeah. What made you pick the lane that you're in now? As far as, like, giving back to the kids, as far as a podcast, as far as, you know, some real estate stuff that you're doing, as far as, you know, and shout out for your dump truck business too.
Yeah,
like, you know. But
this is how I feel, Frank. I feel like despite me being in the streets, I always was this person that I am. I transitioned out of it from the negativity, of course, but I can say is people like Wallow could be a person that helped me realize that, yo, like, it's all right to do it this way. Even with conversations that you had, like, bro, come on, Lil, you need the stuff we talk about, you need to put this on camera. Yeah. And motivating me to, like, yo, pick that phone up, get on camera. You know what I'm saying? I feel like certain conversations and certain things I always been saying my whole life to people that I know off camera, though.
Yeah.
I never was comfortable with being like, yo, on no type of social media. I mean, you know, my page was private. I only had like 1,000 followers a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not on there. I wasn't, because you growing up, bro. When you grow up in the trenches, the hood, whatever you want to call it, our era was taught to, yo, stay off of social media if you're doing negative things. You know what I'm saying? So with me not being on social media because I was into negative things, into the streets and stuff like that, it was like, yo, I wasn't comfortable with finally transitioning into the camera and being on social media. It wasn't something I was comfortable with doing, and I think it just grew more and more and still growing.
Yeah, that's funny for someone that didn't put their face on the camera, that didn't talk, had 2 pictures on their page, private page.
Yeah.
To now all the influence you have now. Like, what was it, like 700,000 and 800,000 in 30 days?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So you were holding yourself back.
Yeah, I was holding myself back, bro, because like I said, I was following the stigma
negative, what are you scared to have your, put content out there and...
Because like I said, I was conditioned all that time when I was in the negative things that I wasn't never comfortable with being on camera.
Yeah.
I never would see myself recording. I'm recording myself with my phone in my face, speaking, you know what I'm saying? I never could see myself doing that because I was so uncomfortable with doing it because I never did it before. Like, being on camera right now was new to me. I mean, we, a year in now with the pod? This month made a year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, like, I never was comfortable with doing this. It was an uncomfortable thing for me because I never did that in my life. So I took pictures before in my life, but I never, like, actually recorded myself speak.
So 2 things. What made you start doing it? And then what gave you the confidence to keep doing it?
I got tired of hearing your voice telling me to get on camera. He was burning me out, Mike. I got tired of hearing you telling me.
Were we already doing the podcast though, and you still weren't?
Yeah, we were doing the podcast, but it wasn't just like me looking into the camera, like holding the phone, talking, saying things that I say off camera.
You were having like a conversation, basically. You were comfortable enough. We're being recorded having a conversation, but not just getting on the camera by yourself.
Yeah, and then, content creator, 1,000,001 things run through your head. What people might say, how people might feel about what you're talking about, and you know what I'm saying? It's so many things that might run through your head, especially when you're so used to being private. Yeah. Then it was like you being public and you putting your life out there for people to see it, and it's like, damn, like what... You know what I'm saying? All different types of things float through your head. Like I said, once you get to the point where it's like, F what anybody think, like what do it matter? You know what I'm saying, bro? It don't really matter what nobody think. I think this is what I want to do.
It comes down to your intentions and if you're genuine. Because what is someone going to say if you're really being genuine and your intentions are good? Yeah. What can someone really say?
Well, the internet could be a gift and a curse. You know how it goes, Frankie. So
but to live with myself, that's how I think.
Yeah.
Like for me to deal with myself and the criticism, like I always evaluate like, all right, what was the intention of posting this, or what was I trying to? What was my goal and purpose of posting this? Yeah. All right, was it to motivate people? Was it to touch on something that's going on in my life, something someone else might be going on? And I always was it genuine, and what was the intentions? That's what helps me sleep at night.
Yeah. Facts.
And so, what gave you the confidence to keep posting? Because some videos don't hit. Some videos don't get likes, get views. Some, you might get negative comments back on it. So what gave you the confidence to keep doing it? Because, over the past year, I've seen your account grow, your engagement grow, and just even like your messages even hit more than in the beginning. And some in the beginning hit too. But I'm saying now, like, and I can tell that you just look more comfortable. Your videos are getting longer. Yeah. So what kept you confident?
My first video I made, it did some couple views, probably a couple thousand views. And my second video I made, Meek Mills reposted it, and it was like that joint started. My second video, that joint started snapping, and then I seen the things that run through my mind that I think about and that I've experienced is a lot more people than I thought about that experienced and went through the same thing.
So
You know what I'm
relatability.
saying? So I'm not the only one that feel this way. I'm not the only one that went through this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one, like I said, that think these things. You know what I'm saying, bro? So the more I posted, the more I realized that all this time I thought I was the only one that thought and felt this way, but it's so many more people out here that feel the same way that I do. You know what I'm saying? So that gave me and still give me more motivation to post, because you might have a thought or you might have experienced something, bro. You might think that you the only one going through it, that you the only one that been through it. And then it's like when you vent to people or vent to the world or just vent to somebody else and you be like, yo, that's crazy. I went through the same thing. And it's like, dang, it's giving me chills. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Then you start getting people like, yo, you the reason my son got out the streets and now he became pro in boxing.
Heavy.
Like, you the reason, bro. You motivate me. Like, I look forward to what you guys say every day. And then it was like, I gotta post now. I put myself in a situation where I gotta continue dropping because it's people that's depending on me talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? For motivation, to keep them on their P's and Q's, to let them know that they not the only ones going through what they going through or been through what they've been through.
Yeah.
So that's why
And I could say, like, none of us got it figured out. Like, we're all going through shit. And it's, you know, it's like a kin, right? It's like a friend. It's like they might not even know you, but they're like, I'm not the only one.
Yeah, facts. Facts,
So-
bro. And that's how it is. Like I said, it's a reminder to people that, like, they not the only ones going through that, bro. There's probably millions of people that been through and that's going through the same things, especially, like, when you might feel like it's times where you down and out, bro. You feel me? Like, it's everybody is going through, or everybody went through that moment at some point in their life. I won't say everybody, but majority. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say everybody, because it might
We
be
don't
people
know.
that's super wealthy that just carry it different, but they going through something emotional and they might hit rock bottom in that way, mentally
People
and
kill themselves even with
emotionally.
money.
Huh?
People with money even kill themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's
Mental
like,
health is real.
yeah, it don't matter who it is, poor, middle class or wealthy.
So I know you personally, and like I said, none of us got it figured out. What do you do, you know, when you're going through your stuff, which I know you go through, right?
Yeah.
What do you do to keep yourself going? Like, because you're there for other people, but who's motivating you? What are you doing? Like, because life's like this, right? When you hit your lows and you're going through stuff, like, what do you do?
I look at the worst times of my life and look at where I'm at now. So it could be times, it could be days, bro, that I might be cooked and I might be burnt out off everything, you know what I'm saying? And then I always remember what I've been through. And it's like, bro, that's not worse than this. You know what I'm saying?
So you compare it to the worst time ever.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And it's like, I made it through that, and that made me the person that I am today. So it's like, whatever I'm going through now, once I get through it, it's just making me stronger and stronger as I keep going. And that's one of the things that keep me going. Another thing that keep me going is just smiling and laughing. Like, that's the best medicine ever. Like, you know me personally for years now, and it's like, bro, you know, I'm silly boy. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that could just be my medicine. You know what I'm saying, bro? If I'm going through something or I might be in a bad mood, I smile, I bid, and it take my mind off everything, bro. And you know what I mean? Smiling keep you younger, man. Whoever out there listening, smiling, laughing, bidding, joking sometimes, it keep you younger, man. Keep you sane.
Yeah, I don't think nothing's that serious. Obviously, you might have a bad day, like something bad really. You might lose somebody. You might, you know, something bad happens, whatever. But that's not, you know, ever where it's gonna. It shouldn't be ever where you leave it at. You should always smile, be positive, and you know, we all got bad days. We got to get through them, and it's good to have a community and people you can talk to, support system.
Yeah.
So.
Listen, I feel like no matter what, like I said, everybody had bad days and everybody has been through what they might feel as though the worst time in their life. Now, the worst might be different for different people. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that John kind, you know what I mean?
What?
The time John.
I don't know.
No, but I feel like everybody have like the worst times of their life. I feel like worse might look worse for different people. It might be worse for different people. Everybody just carry it different. It all comes down to how you look at the obstacle that you might encounter. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the obstacle like, yo, it's just another test, or somebody else look at the obstacle like, yo, I can't catch a break, then you already know who's going to make it through.
Mm-hmm. So
you know
let
what
me,
I'm saying?
and one thing I learned too, and to piggyback off what you're saying is when I was upstate, and it's all about perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm upstate. I got, say, 3 years left. Got 36 months. I'm counting, you count months. I got 36 months. I'm walking the yard. And I'm walking, and I'm grumpy. I'm mad I'm in jail.
Mm-hmm.
It's just another day out of 1,000 more days, whatever. Yeah. And I'm, like, walking by, and I'm, like, a little speed walking on the track. And I pass by an old guy that been in there for, like, 15 years. And he's getting pushed in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
He don't got no legs.
Okay.
So I'm like, damn, at least I'm not in here with no legs. Like,
right.
At least I'm able to walk on this track right now and not have to have somebody push me around this track. So that, like, opened my eyes, like, all right, I'm grateful for that. Like,
yeah.
Then I go by someone else, they're near the pull-up bar. And I know him from the block, from the block I was on.
I thought you was about to, no, man, go ahead, my fault.
No, you're good. I know he got a life sentence.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, at least I don't got life. Like, if they had my situation, they would be happy and grateful.
Yeah,
I'm being ungrateful, and I'm looking at what I don't have rather than looking at what I do have. Like, I could be that guy with no legs. How many times I got hit by a car, I got shot? I could be that guy with life, which I could have had if the situation turned out a little differently. So looking at people like that, like, I'm really being ungrateful right now when I got 3 years. This guy would, give up everything he has just to have 3 more years. Or this guy will give up everything he has to have both legs. So that's what really did it. I always compare it to, like, a worse situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like a cheat code or a hack to, like, make yourself feel better about the position you're in.
Yeah.
Because say if you lose a loved one and you're like, my parent died or, something happened, you'd be like, well, there was somebody that lost their parent even younger than you. At least you got 5 extra years with your parent.
Yeah.
And somebody grew up without their parent. Or whatever the case may be. You always want to, I always try to compare it, like, not to, like, what I could have or what I don't have. I always compare it to, like, all right, at least I don't have this situation. At least I'm not, in this situation, because sometimes we get so ungrateful and so forgiving of how good life is and how much of a blessing it is that we start looking at things and, we just don't appreciate what we do have.
Yeah, we look at what we don't have instead of looking at what we do have.
So I'm like, I appreciate that I got 3 years. It turned into me appreciating that I had 3 years.
You know what made me appreciate? Well, I remember I had like 17 months left, and this old head had like double life in 10 years. He had 2 life sentences in 10 years. And I'm walking back and forth. It's cold as hell in a concrete yard. And I'm just, you could see that I was pissed at the time, like, and old head like, man, what's wrong, bro? Like, I'm cooked, man. I just got off the phone. You know those good phone calls? You'd be like, dang, man, I wish I was out. Yeah, I just got off the phone, went to the concrete yard, and Oed like, what you pissed for? Like, I'm like, bro, I got 17 months left. Like, folks out there living life, man. I can't wait to touch. He like, man, you can go in the cell, go to sleep, and wake up, and that time gone. Said, you know what I got? He said, I got 2 life sentences in 10 years. You talking about 17 months. I wish I had 17 months. And that shit smacked me. It's like, damn. How the hell am I complaining with the 17 months that I got, and he got 2 life sentences in 10 years? It's like, bro.
He got to die and come back to life twice.
Twice, and then still do 10 years. It's like, bro, how can we complain? Like you said, I started looking at things in that way as well, and also the other way that I said, I just look at different things as a test instead of saying, dang, why does this keep happening to me? You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason, I believe, and how are we blessed that we had to do time, but we were.
Yeah.
And we were blessed that we went to prison. I know I was.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I mean, just look at how many friends and family members and things like that we probably lost the time or from the streets, period. You know what I'm saying? And the times that we were in prison. Like, bro, I know myself for myself, bro. I lost a lot of people to the streets and stuff like that, bro. So, yeah, man, it's definitely deep.
I'm gonna try to get some Q&A on here. See if we can get anybody.
Mm-hmm.
This shit's gonna be funny. So we'll just let it roll. Let some people come on. But yeah, man, super proud of you and how far you came.
Proud of you too, bro.
And I know you're only scratching the surface.
No doubt. We still got a lot more work to do. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know, like I know, the work that we done is still. It feel like we haven't been doing anything. We still got. I mean, we know that, but at the same time, we know how much work we still trying to put in. And
Come on, big hand.
That wasn't me,
Got
man.
a grizzly bear paw.
He gonna blame it on me because he knocked it over. He done drunk damn near 75% of the water and then expecting it to stand up. He crazy.
Let's go.
That boy crazy.
Somebody just requested to get in the live.
Who?
I don't know. I just work here. I think we're straight right there with that. Do we got any questions yet? Let's see. Congrats on the podcast. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Someone trying to get in the live. Thorough Designs 109. You know what that is?
I'm not familiar. Off the top, I don't think about it.
Oh, it's Nubs.
Oh.
What's up, Nub?
No.
It's sideways. I know it's sideways. That's how you're going to get me and his fucking big ass head in here. I got to put it sideways.
Y'all know
You
that.
need the widescreen.
He's a nut.
Yeah, but talk about what you're saying as far as like we don't see or feel like we're making progress. If you look at it in days, you're not going to see it. If you look at it in weeks, you're not going to see it.
Right.
Months, then you start to see it. A year, like, you know, we got a new studio. We got 50 guests on. We touch so many people. This is just with the podcast alone, right? This is outside of other stuff we got going on, just with the podcast. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like, in the days, you're not going to feel like you're making progress or see the progress, but over a longer span, imagine in 5 years, 10 years, we're only scratching the surface right now. We're doing live?
Yeah. You gotta accept it.
Oh, you're going to go on live with me? Let me see.
Yeah, I drank 75% of the bottle and expecting it to stay up.
Hell. Why'd you join upside down?
I don't know.
Oh, it's going to echo.
Oh, because it's too close? We should be green.
Why am I upside down?
I don't know.
I got mine on you. This shit's echoing.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, we gotta get out of there.
Dang. But yeah, bro.
Someone trying to interview us. Let's get it. I can't really see this. It's upside down. Let me see. This is definitely gonna fall like this. Who's that? Grand Jeffy? Tell me a little about the podcast and what y'all got going on.
The girl asked you a question too.
All right, we'll get back to them in a minute. Go ahead, Lo. A little bit about the podcast and what we got going on.
A little bit about the pod, what we got going on. Pod name is Street Success. It's basically based off of people's stories from being going through drug addiction, prison, what else, Frank? Abuse, all different types of
mental
things,
health,
and
yeah.
Where they're at now in life, and basically it's here to be an inspiration for other people to let them know that you can make it through any type of adversity, any type of obstacle that's thrown at you. You still get through it.
Now Tone want to get on the pod. He gonna send a request.
Yeah. Yeah.
He could be sitting right here. There's a missing seat right over there for you, Tone. Just so you know. It's always available. Where do you guys get your hair cut? That's fucking Tone messing around. All right, who else?
You know you did this to my hairline, Tone. My headline, not my hairline.
Oh, what and who influenced you guys to start a podcast? That's a great question. Obviously, the podcast trend started about like 5 years ago. I feel like it started like 5 years ago when I really started seeing it. Obviously, $1 Million Worth of Game, Drink Champs, Joe Budden's, like, and then from like motivational standpoint, I was watching a lot of podcasts. But me and Lil always talked on the phone and felt like we always knew that we changed and we didn't have a platform to really show it on and to motivate other people. So we got together and it was a conversation for about a year before it even started. So after that, we were just said, F it. We bought the equipment, didn't have a real plan, didn't have a real structure, and we're just still figuring it out. Today we still, think of ideas, what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right, what we need to change. And it's a continuous growth thing that, hopefully gets out there and reaches more people. But yeah, that was pretty much what inspired us and how we started.
Yeah, facts. Who said they wanted to interview us?
How long have you and Lil been dating? Come on, Tone.
No Diddy, Tone.
You want to turn into a pumpkin already?
Why you still awake, Tone? Why you not asleep yet, man?
He said I'm turning into a pumpkin. It's 8:55. Ready for bed. Hill said, when's he getting on?
Oh, you trying to get on? Hell, I've been trying to get you on for how long, bro? Come on, don't do that to me, cousin.
He laughed.
Don't do me like that, cousin. I think I asked you like 5 times to come on. You said, Nizzo.
That's my podcast. I'm trying to tap in with y'all. All right, Street Genius Podcast. I'm going to check them out. Have you faced any unexpected challenges while growing your podcast? We recorded a whole episode and it didn't record.
Yes. We recorded a whole episode and it probably was like, what, an hour and some change?
About an hour, yeah.
Just to realize that it wasn't recording.
Yeah, and I think some of the challenges were like, none of us have backgrounds in like social media or technology or videos or editing. I feel like just being able to produce the podcast was challenging enough. And then it's also a challenge to get the guests, right? A lot of people want to get on a podcast just to be on and talk. It's like we really try to highlight stories and give people motivation and people that, have stories that can benefit other people, not just because they want to get on here and talk.
Yeah.
So any good guests with good stories, tap in with us.
That's for you too, Hell. Tap in, Hell.
What was Lil's most embarrassing moment on the podcast?
What was my most embarrassing moment?
What one?
I don't know. I don't think I ever had an embarrassing moment. If I did, I probably laughed it off.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
I'm getting name embarrassing moments outside the podcast.
I think what my most embarrassing moment probably was when Jack talking about, man, he used to be at them parties back in the day.
You used to be at them parties?
No, Jack used to be at them parties.
What's your story? Where you from?
You're from I'm from North Philadelphia. My man Frank from Kensington in Philadelphia. Story.
We got them out there.
Huh?
They're on. There's an episode.
Yeah, basically on YouTube. You could check it out, but you could check them out on YouTube. Our story. What happened?
He said, I think it was in Frank's yard. Remember when?
Yeah, with the possum.
Nah, when you ripped.
Oh, when I fired.
This motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
Yo, he got the camera. He got the microphone hooked up to him.
Go ahead, tell him.
He raised his leg a little bit. It's like burn. I didn't hear it sitting next to him. I go back and watch the podcast.
Yo, no lie. That Tone, you right, Tone. I farted. I didn't know those mics was that strong. I thought I was being sneaky, man.
Is that burn? He tried to he even gripped his pant leg too to do a little.
I tried to air it out before you came back over there. Tone got me on that one.
I'm from Delaware. Tap in. Send us a DM. Anybody can send us a DM. Will Frank more frequent on vacation now he's off paper? Oh, I go on vacation more than I'm off paper. I don't know about vacation, but I'll travel more. Like Atlanta wasn't even really a vacation. I was ready to go see my man get his award and all, and we had fun and enjoyed ourselves. But yeah, I probably will. But I want to travel for business. I don't really care about pleasure.
Facts.
I want to network all over the place.
Facts.
Wait a minute, we got more. Damn, they hit us, and we had this question before too. Are you guys open to bringing a female in as a co-host?
Yeah, I mean we've been going back and forth about it a lot. Before we even started, we were thinking about it, but the female that we wanted to have on was like on some BS. So yeah, we definitely been thinking about it.
Alternative route. I was gonna have Lil put a wig on.
No Diddy.
Matilda over.
You couldn't pay me to do that.
Frank, next travel plan. I think I'm gonna go to Florida or something in like June. I go down Wildwood all the time. That ain't a fucking vacation. Oh, what strategies have worked out best for growing your audience? That's a great question too. I think like consistency, and I feel like to reach different people, everyone else has their own following, even if it's 100 people or 1,000 people or 1,500 people, whatever. Like everyone, I think getting diverse guests on help us grow our following, because then we're getting followers from different guests, and they're also seeing our page. They're also sharing, their friend stuff or their following stuff. And I feel like that really gives you exposure to a whole nother audience by getting different, diverse guests on.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything you said, but especially the consistency.
So going through these questions. Man, Matt Kelly.
That was some good questions, though.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
We're going to drop this episode Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. Tone, go to sleep, Tone.
He probably off already. He probably fell asleep with his phone in his hand. It's going to be a wrap on here. Whoa. Do you guys visit different facilities to talk to people in challenging situations like prison, rehabs, etc.?
Not a prison and rehab, but definitely in school. I've been
And the juvenile
odd day program, odd day program with some juvenile
troubled youth.
Yeah, troubled youth. In a couple different schools we've been at, speaking engagements and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm speaking at a school, I think in like May. I have definitely want to get out there and get in front of some incarcerated people and get in front of the younger crowd and help influence them. We were actually just talking about influence on this podcast, in this episode, so you could tune in Wednesday to hear a little bit more about that. Anything else before we shut it down? Anything else before we shut it down? My man Mike in the building. Some good questions.
I think that's it. Yeah, it definitely was some good questions.
Who are your target audiences?
Misfits. Seriously, I'm being serious. I feel like Misfits is our target audience. Anybody that felt like they left out, they're the black sheeps of their family, that been through whatever in life, that feel like they might not be able to get over it. I want to be able to, we want to be able to inspire them, not only with our stories, but with our guest stories as well. You can get it done. I don't care what you've been through. We done had, oh my goodness, you gotta check out the stories on YouTube. That's all I can say. Check out the stories. If you don't get inspiration from those, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, what he said, just people that have rough upbringings, that feel like they can't make it out of their situations, just the everyday people, right? We all have a story. We're all going through stuff. So our target audience is like from white people, black people, Spanish, no specific race. Jalil got a BHL, big head lift.
Who that?
Mike.
Yeah,
Somebody said you
that,
had a BBL.
no Diddy.
I feel like I would be a good co-host.
Who that?
Big Booski. I don't know. It probably will be.
That's it.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna wrap it up on a live tip. Anything else before we close out? Thank y'all for tapping in too, man.
Appreciate
y'all.
Fact.
The whole 10 people we had in here, probably like 20 people, but people were locked in. One time though.
Oh man, street success.
$43 comments, 20 accounts reached, 43 interactions. We got a couple followings from it too.
That's a good job.
So what we talking about, bro?
We talking about you now, bro.
This shit almost over. This shit over. We done with me, man.
Huh?
I ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what we got on the time tip?
58.
It's an hour. See, the next one could be about me, man.
No, we got 2 minutes, man. We ain't skipping out like that.
All right, I'm gonna give you.
Oh, you talk about
I'm gonna give you.
Your birthday
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give you 2 questions and then I'm done. Cause this ain't about me. This was about you, man.
That was about us.
Tony's right. We were dating.
No
Not even know
Diddy.
it. We were dating
This
this
shit
whole time.
over. Cut this shit, man. The fuck?
I'll give you 2. What's up?
Um,
You gonna say anything?
I don't know. Real quick. Two quick questions. I talk to you on a day-to-day basis.
Fortunately.
Fortunately. It's times where you might feel like you pissed off with what's going on. No, seriously, he keep
said-
trying big.
He said times.
It's times that you might be pissed off, and it's times that
Once
you
a
might
year.
be in a good mood. Yeah, whenever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you use as a coping mechanism to keep going, bro? For people that think being an entrepreneur and a business owner is like all fun and dandy and it's just easy, like you just got to this point like somebody just gave you everything
Yeah.
without seeing behind the scenes like the ups and the downs of being an entrepreneur.
So I'm gonna say a couple things just to wrap it around No Diddy. Just to bring it full circle. So I'm early and young in entrepreneurship. This is like my first 4 years, and you're right. I didn't get anything handed to me, and I have good people to lean on, but I don't have like a partner or somebody that's like going to catch me if I fall. If I fall, it's on me. I got to pick myself up, dust myself off, and go back at it again. So with me being so new into it, and also I don't have the 10 years, 15 years, 20 years experience of entrepreneurship. So it's all learning curves right now for me. And I feel like what keeps me going is the possibilities of how good it can get when I get to the next level every time. And I've seen, the progress. I look back a couple months, I won't see the progress, or even, a couple weeks. But then when I look over like a year span, I'm like, wow, I did a lot in a year. And a lot of it was just falling, dusting myself off, having a good support system, having people I can bounce stuff off of, ask questions, and just relate to, and just keep going. It's not ever going to be perfect. It's not always going to be pretty, but this is the climb right now, and it's always going to be a continuous climb. But it's about not getting complacent and not giving up.
Yeah. Okay.
The possibilities. That's what it really is. It's like I can see everything that I'm doing. I see like the bigger picture. So I hold on to that no matter how hard. No, I'm not going to let go of that regardless. So I'm not ever going to fall
Right.
because I'm holding on for like dear life, and I'm not going to. So that's what it really is. Like, you know, my future self. I owe it to my future self not to give up now.
Okay, so it's really no balance.
No balance at all. It's,
Yeah.
you know, whatever I have to do. It's like priorities. You try to prioritize things, you know, personal life or what business to prioritize or, you know, mental health and physical health. Like, you could try to balance it, but for me, I'm like, I just try to touch whatever's like in front of me that I can make progress with. That's what I try to do, you know. If there's a mess happening here, this is priority. If I need to put attention here because there's a deadline, then I'm prioritizing that. If I'm going through something at home and I can feel it, friction, all right, I'm going to put my attention towards that. That's how and it might not be healthy, it might not be the right way, but like I said, I'm learning.
All right. All right. We're going to make it 3 because I got 2 more things. All right. So, like we mentioned earlier, you just had a 10-minute speaking session at Live Casino.
Yeah.
What did that feel like? Like, what type of emotions was going through your body while you were up there doing public speaking?
So I rehearsed because this wasn't a podcast. This wasn't a conversation going back and forth, right? I had to go up there and perform.
Yeah.
I had to make sure, you know, everything was relevant. There's no going back and forth. It's just me up there with a microphone, and it was for 15 minutes actually, but it felt a little bit longer. And like you, when you make your videos, right? You don't just want to go up there and say anything. You want to make sure it touches people, it hits people, it's relatable.
Yeah.
So what it felt like for me, like being prepared to speak. A lot of times I'm telling my story, right? And I can't mess that up. Like, I lived it, I can tell it. But then, like, you know, this was based for agents, real estate agents that are trying to utilize social media to grow their platform. And basically it was called likes to leads, you know, turn their likes into leads for the real estate business. And I just felt like if I just speak on what I know and what I lived, then I'll live with it not being good enough because that's all I got to give you. So I just gave it my all and gave it, like, you know, what social media did for me, how to utilize it, why I decided to utilize it. And basically, like, when you're posting on social media, you know, like, you got to recreate yourself.
Right.
Because you don't look at yourself as, like, an influencer or someone that's able to help or post content, because we don't do that, right, until we do it.
Right.
So for me, it was just basically like being as beneficial to the people that were watching as possible, and it basically came down with being vulnerable, being open again. The feeling was inside, like physical feeling. It was I was a little nervous at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little nervous at first, and you know, after
how did you shake that? Was it like a thought, or was it just like as you went on, the nervousness went
Yeah,
away?
I think like a couple minutes before, because it was like 100 people there. So a couple minutes before, and then a couple minutes during as I first began, I felt it. But then it just went away. Like, I just feel like I'm so focused on delivering and getting my point across that I don't have time to feel the emotions. Like, it's natural in the beginning. I feel like every time I speak in front of people, you get that uncomfortable. You know, you got to take a deep breath. But then after, you know, you get more relaxed and you just open up. And I had a good crowd too. I think that matters too. Like, people that are actually listening. That, like, I had a good amount of people come up to me afterwards and say, like, oh, it touched me. Thanks for sharing your story. Stuff like that.
Okay. One more thing. What is it? I think Wednesday is your birthday.
Yeah.
How does it turn? How does it feel to finally turn 53?
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I just, like, if turning 53 is crazy, right? I just can look at you and say, I'm glad that I'm not 63. Being 10 years younger than you is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, he's real younger than me, but you can't tell.
This boy look like Mike Bibby.
Like a Zach Randolph.
Yo, street success, baby.
Street success. Tune in. Appreciate y'all.
I don't want to put my arm up too high because I ripped this joint. I don't want y'all to see that.